getting their clothes all dirty. Temperatures in the mid to low 30s right now. Our southern spots, our inland spots are a couple degrees colder. Look at Wadsworth at 27. Worcester was in the 20s as well. Now you're up to 32, but lingering in the mid to low 30s, at least for right now. Still have a north wind. That's going to shift here quickly, and when it does, temperatures are going to jump up really fast. Rain showers to the west, those will move in mainly for tonight, so we don't have to worry about that for much of today. Low 60s for our highs. We are then going to get a little cool for this evening. You may need the hoodie for a little bit later on, especially after sunset. Rain showers move in tonight, and they could linger into the early part of tomorrow. I'll talk more about it coming up.
We start this morning with some breaking news overnight. We're learning 2 people were hurt and 1 person was killed during a shooting at a gas station in East Cleveland. It happened just before 11 o'clock last night at Euclid Avenue and Noble Road. Now take a close look at your screen. Police say all 3 of these men are wanted for questioning. If you know who they are, call East Cleveland Police. Now to the latest on the coronavirus here in Ohio. Right now, there are more than 3,300 confirmed cases in our state. 91 people have died and almost 900 people are in the hospital. Cuyahoga County has the highest amount of cases with 164 in the city of Cleveland alone. We've just learned that one of those cases is a Cleveland RTA operator. RTA says the vehicles last assigned to this operator have been thoroughly disinfected. President Donald Trump says he does not plan on following the new recommendations from the CDC about wearing masks to stop the spread of coronavirus. Experts at the Cleveland Clinic now believe we'll see the coronavirus cases peak in Ohio between mid-May and mid-June. So the CDC is now changing its tune about who should wear face masks during this pandemic.
The CDC is advising the use of non-medical cloth face covering as an additional voluntary public health measure. So it's voluntary. You don't have to do it.
The nation's top infectious disease expert, Anthony Fauci, stresses that wearing masks are an additional step and do not substitute for social distancing.
We have seen the problems that are occurring in other states, and so we know this can occur in ours. And so we've started to look at different prisoners that it might make sense to let out early.
Governor Mike DeWine is now asking Ohio judges to consider releasing some inmates from state prisons. This comes as corrections officers tested positive for coronavirus. He's currently recommending the release of 38 prisoners who fall into 2 categories: those who are pregnant or recently gave birth, and those who are 60 years or older and have less than 6 months left on their sentence. We may get an update on this issue during his briefing at 2 o'clock this afternoon. You can watch that live on our News 5 app. Meanwhile, families of other prisoners across the state believe much more needs to be done to protect those in jail from the spread of COVID-19. The American Civil Liberties Union of Ohio calling on Governor DeWine to release thousands of nonviolent offenders to help stop the spread of coronavirus at prisons and juvenile detention centers statewide. The ACLU reports the Ohio prison system is now over capacity by some 10,000 inmates.
Many of these people in facilities, they have poor health to begin with, and they are vulnerable, and some of them are elderly and serious medical conditions.
The Cuyahoga County Jail says so far 6 inmates have tested positive for coronavirus and 2 others are suspected of having COVID-19. Right now, all are quarantined inside of the jail. Starting today, Walmart will limit 5 customers per 1,000 square feet, an effort to promote social distancing. The stores, which have 2 entrances, will now just be using 1. Employees count customers as they enter one at a time. McDonald's is also taking new steps to stop the spread. All of its restaurants are now screening employees' temperatures at the beginning of shifts. Managers will also ask employees a series of health-related questions before they're able to start work. A majority of the restaurants are remaining open for delivery, carryout, and drive-through service. Schools in Ohio have been closed for nearly a month now and look to stay that way for the foreseeable future. For most students, that means making a number of new adjustments, and it's not that easy, especially for those with special needs. News 5's Jade Jarvis joins us now live. And Jade, you spoke with a local special education teacher who is taking her classroom digital.
Well, Amanda, Leslie Bucklew says this has been a huge change for both her and her students. So her goal is to support them and their parents by encouraging them to set schedules and have consistency at home. Bucklew is a teacher with the Educational Service Center of the Western Reserve. It serves kids in Geauga and Lake counties. She teaches kids in 1st grade through 4th grade, supporting them socially and emotionally to help them move into the general education population at school. Now unable to meet in person, she's doing 30-minute sessions with her students on Zoom. She's also using Google Classroom to post assignments and quizzes.
I have actually just used my cell phone to record myself reading some therapeutic books that are about like social and emotional learning aspects like worry and things like that, so that they can still see my face and that they can still hear a story every day.
Bucklew says that she did a soft start with parents this week to get them up to speed on the technology, and on Monday all of the students will get together for a group Zoom call to do some socializing and something she calls play therapy. Reporting live, Jade Jarvis, News 5.
All right, thank you, Jade.